All right, get ready to have your mind blown. Today, we are diving deep into some cosmic facts that are so strange they sound like they're straight out of a sci-fi movie. Seriously, forget everything you think you know, because the universe is way, way weirder than you can possibly imagine.
Okay, let's just jump right in with a question for you. Can you even picture a place out there in the cosmos where the weather is so wild, it feels like it belongs in some epic fantasy story?
I'm talking about a place where, get this, it literally rains real, solid diamonds. And no, this is not science fiction. On massive planets like Neptune and Uranus, the pressure is so intense that it squeezes carbon atoms into actual diamonds, and they just fall from the sky. It's a treasure storm on a planetary scale.
But you know what? You don't even have to travel light years away to find the crazy stuff. As we're about to see, our very own solar system is packed with things that just completely defy common sense.
Okay, let's take our next-door neighbor, Venus. We all know how it works here, right? A day is short, a year is long. Well, Venus just throws that whole idea out the window. One single day on Venus, that's one full spin, is actually longer than its entire year.
Let me put that into perspective for you. It takes Venus 243 Earth days just to spin around once, but it only takes 225 Earth days to go all the way around the Sun. So yeah, on Venus, the new year starts before the day is even over. How wild is that?
And even closer to home, on our own moon, you know those famous footprints the Apollo astronauts left behind? Well, because there's no wind, no rain, no atmosphere at all, those prints are probably going to stay there, perfectly preserved for about 100 million years. 100 million! A silent monument to our visit. You know, when we think of the solar system, we think of all the planets. But in reality, it's pretty much the sun's show. The sun makes up a staggering 99.86% of all the mass in our neighborhood. Everything else, Earth, Jupiter, Saturn, every moon, every asteroid, is just the leftover 0.14%. It's just stunning.
And the hits just keep on coming. Jupiter is so gigantic that you could take all the other planets in our solar system, combine them, and they'd still fit comfortably inside it. Mars has the tallest volcano we've ever seen, Olympus Mons, which is 3 times taller than Mount Everest. And get this one, there are more trees on planet Earth than there are stars in our entire Milky Way galaxy. Remember that fact, because it really sets the stage for the true scale of the cosmos.
So our solar system is pretty out there. But now we're going to zoom out. If you thought our backyard was strange, wait until you see the rest of the universe. It is a full-on freak show of cosmic wonders.
Hey, remember that diamond rain we talked about a minute ago? Well, the universe apparently decided to one-up itself. Astronomers have found a planet called 55 Cancri e that they think is made mostly of carbon. And with the intense pressures there, a huge chunk of it, maybe a third of its entire mass, is probably pure diamond. An entire planet of diamond.
And the weather out there just gets more and more terrifying. There's an exoplanet called HD 189733b, where winds whip around at 7 times the speed of sound. And the rain? Oh, it's not water, it's molten glass, flying sideways through the air. Sideways glass rain. Just imagine that.
But when it comes to the most extreme things in the universe, you've got to talk about neutron stars. So what are they? Well, when a huge star dies in a massive explosion, it leaves behind this super-crushed, collapsed core. It's only about the size of a city, but it has more mass than our entire sun packed into that tiny space, which makes them just unbelievably dense.
How dense, you ask? Okay, try to wrap your head around this. If you could somehow scoop up 1 single teaspoon of a neutron star, that little spoonful would weigh about 6 billion tons. That's like the weight of 900 Great Pyramids of Giza in a teaspoon. It's completely mind-bending.
And that incredible density brings us to our last topic, the numbers. We're talking about the sheer, brain-breaking scale of the universe. These are numbers so big, they pretty much defy human comprehension.
Let's go back to our sun for a minute. We already know it's incredibly massive, but its size is just as hard to fathom. It's so enormous, you could fit our home planet, Earth, inside of it 1 million times. 1 million Earths. Just let that number sink in. And the really crazy part, our sun is just a totally average, medium-sized star out there in the universe.
Okay, so here's a classic question to really get a sense of scale. What do you think there's more of?
Stars in the observable universe or grains of sand on all of Earth's beaches and deserts combined? Go ahead, take a guess.
The answer is stars, and it's not even close. Astronomers estimate that for every single grain of sand on our entire planet, there are more than 10,000 stars. 10,000 stars for every grain of sand. The vastness of it all is just breathtaking.
And none of this is standing still. Even our whole galaxy, the Milky Way, is on a collision course with our neighbor Andromeda. In about 4.5 billion years, the two are going to smash together and merge, forming a brand new, even bigger galaxy. Some scientists have already nicknamed it Milkomeda.
And so, after all that, after planets made of diamond, rain made of glass, and more stars than we can possibly imagine, we're left with one final profound question. In a universe this gigantic, this strange, this full of infinite possibilities, are we really, truly alone?